Hi everyone. So in myself Adhya, in today's class we are going to discuss about a complete project. So that project is completely developed by using this Pega tool. I will explain the first of all the main intention of this project, what is the outline of this project. So the main intention of this project is applying a vehicle insurance. Okay. So the main intention of this project is applying the vehicle insurance. So whenever you bought a new vehicle, you need to get insurance from some other banks, right? So whenever you want to apply the insurance for the vehicle, what are the steps you need to follow? First, you have to get the vehicle number, and then you need to approach that particular bank. After that, you need to fill all the basic details. Once you fill the basic details, they will ask you what are the required documents you need to attach and all. So as a developer, so what I want to tell you is yourself, you have to imagine yourself as a developer. So when you are at the developer position, what are the screens you need to develop, I will show in this session entirely. Okay, please listen, concentrate. Okay, so this is the backend development. I will show you. Once I run this particular case type, we will see that entire screen step by step. As a developer, you have to imagine. Okay. So if I click on go, it will ask you like customer details, collection of customer details. So you want to apply for the loan for a vehicle. First of all, they will ask you your basic details like your first name, last name, gender, whatever it might be. So they will ask you the basic details. Okay, so I will give like, I'm just giving like this. So I just click not prefer to say. If I if I select the country as, for example, if I select country is India, automatically the states will populate. So in the back end, there will be some rules are developed to get this type of requirements. So on going forward in future classes, we will be come across with all these topics. Okay, but as of now, I am showing this high level explanation how the screens will be. You have to develop as a developer position in this Pega tool. Okay, just concentrate this one only. Otherwise, if you select UK, if you have any, it will show. If you select America, if you have any, it will show like New York. If I select for the Brazil, I have or not, I don't know. Okay. For the India, if I give Andhra, the states related to Andhra will populate and cities are Bejawada. Okay. For example, if I select Telangana, the cities related to Telangana will populate. Okay. If I select Tamil Nadu, the cities related to Tamil Nadu will populate. Okay. So for example, if I am selecting Andhra and city is Guntur, zip code. For example, I am giving the zip code is 4 digits and email like something. If I try to move forward, what is the screen I am getting? I am getting one error message. Zip code must be 6 digits. This is for the user convenience. As a developer, you have to provide some facilities for the user. If he is went something wrong, like his zip code is something went enter something wrong, like zip code actual length is six digits, but he entered just 4 digits. Then in that case, you have to show some error messages. Okay. Let's say for example, I'm not filling any first name or last name. If I am trying to move forward, it needs to show some error. Okay. First name and last name should be different. Okay. So in such cases, if you want to develop this type of requirements, you have to use some different rules in Pega. So those rules are different names. Like if you want to show this type of messages, you need to use the rules like validations. If you want to show this type of cascading, you need to use different type of rules. Like activities, you have to use report definitions, and next data transform. There may be lot of rules in Pega, but on going forward, we will see one by one with each and everything by using the practical way only. Okay, and along with the theory, for every rule, we are going to work on one application. For every rule, we will implement one particular requirement. Okay, let's say for example, if I am giving particular name and zip code is like I'm selecting 6 digits. If I try to move forward, then there is no error will show. Okay, so you are the person, you are applying for a loan, you have to associate it with one ID. So this is you can call as case ID. So in Pega, for every person there may be different case IDs you have to generate. So for that also there are some particular rules are there. Okay, after that you have to collect that address details of that particular person. If I click on this address details, if I enter something, the door number and landmark is like some ABC and street name XYZ. So for example, my billing address and shipping address, like those both are same. If I select this checkbox, that's just it will copy from above page to below page. Okay, otherwise if my billing address is not same as my shipping address, if I unselect this box, the data will be removed. You can enter as per your convenience shipping address. Okay, otherwise if I select this one, previously what I have, that will be copy from above page to below page. Okay, and if I click create, it will be going to ask you like next details. Like for example, you want to apply for the loan for the vehicle, right? So that vehicles may be different. Like one is personal vehicle, it might be commercial vehicles are. So there may be different categories of vehicles are there, right? So you have to provide the details for the insurance type, whether that is personal insurance or it might be commercial insurance. So for example, if I select that vehicle as commercial vehicle, okay, the commercial vehicles might be like for example trucks, travels, whatever it might be commercial vehicles. Like for example, under one company, if there are n number of vehicles are there, you can consider those as commercial vehicles. Or personal vehicle, maybe if you are the person, you have only one vehicle, you can consider that as a personal vehicle. Okay, so if for example, if I enter this commercial vehicle, I need to enter that agency code. Agency code means that particular, like if you have any city code, like some digits are there, right? If you have that type of code, you can enter here. My agency code, for example, I will show you. Wait. For example, this is my agency code. So if I enter this agency code here, on click of this agency code, I need to get agency name. Okay. If I select another number, then the name will be changing, right? Until and unless if we have these existed agency codes, agency name will display. Otherwise, there is no agency will display. Okay. You have to remember these all points. Once I select this agency code and agency name, okay, I need to select how many years you want to get that policy. Okay, because you are applying for the insurance policy, so you have to select the number of terms and the date. Let's say for example, you have to select the date from today. Okay, so this is the date you are selecting, but what is the error it is showing? Invalid value specified for the policy effective date. That means the value should be, the date should be future only. If I select future date, for example, if I select tomorrow's date, there is no error is showing. Okay, if I select previous date, it is showing the error. So to achieve this type of requirements, we have different rules in Pega. On going forward, we will see each and every rule in depth. Okay, now as of now you don't bother about this all. So the date is automatically calculating, right? For example, here we have the day, year is like 2023. For example, if I select 3, the year will be getting increased, right? 2026. If the number of years are 1 year, the year is like 2024. If I select the number of year is 5 years, the year is getting increased by 2028. So like such type of requirements you want to achieve, you have to use different rules in Pega. Okay, if I submit this one, what is this one if I missed? Okay, so it is going to asking like you have to enter different commercial vehicle numbers, because those commercial vehicles might be under the one company. There may be n number of vehicles, right? So for each and every vehicle you have to enter that vehicle number, manufacturing company, and year, model, whether that vehicle has prior insurance or not, and all the data like adding and deleting. If you want to do all this, you can do. Suppose if I'm like adding, like add item win 001, company is like Tata, manufacturing year I'm giving like 2023. Here you can do like up and down. Okay, after that if I want to add another one more, win 002 Toyota, you have to understand the business. Okay, if I delete this particular one, that row will be delete, right? If I add this, the row will be add. The requirements maybe they give like this only. So if you want to directly upload in one Excel sheet, if you want to apply 10 vehicle details, you can enter the total 10 vehicle details by clicking this upload vehicle. Then it will like ask you like upload one type of Excel sheet. Okay, so if I click this submit button, it is going to ask like please attach vehicle documents like RC book, insurance, pollution check, and driving license, and all mandatory documents you have to upload. Okay, so for example, if I'm clicking here, 1 minute, for example I'm selecting one, and this is under the category of like mandatory fields, driving license, and select files. Next one, data page, for example. Next one, pollution check document, RC book. These are the mandatory fields we need to attach. Okay, so if I click attach, so all the things are going to be attached, right? Okay, is it clear? And next, if I click on submit, it will show some screen like vehicle losses. If I go here, if is there any loss, like that loss related to which category it is asking, like your registration number you have to enter whenever you bought any vehicle. Yeah, they will give one registration number, right? So suppose I'm entering some registration number. When the loss is happened, you have to select the date, and the loss type maybe you can give like fire accident. Okay, and the location is like, for example, you can enter, and reason you can something. Okay, if I enter this one, submit, it will give you some information like Dear customer, you can change the insurance agents. For example, if anytime you want to change the agency or policy details like terms and effective dates, to do this, please click on the action menu. Like here you have action menu and upload agency details and update policy details. If in case you want to update anything, they will provide like this type of action buttons. Under these actions you can configure. Let's say for example, if I click on update agency details, directly it will move to that agency details screen. Okay, if I submit, it will become as it is to next screen only. Okay, if you wish to do not do, simply click on submit for the further proceedings. Okay, if I click submit button, this entire thing will be you have to select like coverages. When you click on this particular screen, description is going to show like medical payment, the reason, descriptions, if the personal, the reason, description, gap insurance. So you have to imagine this type of applications in real time. For example, when you apply for anything, like if you want to book any tickets or anything, yeah, some checkbox are there, right? If you click on that checkbox only, then the screen will be move forward. So in such cases, you have to develop your screens like this. Okay, if I select, for example, medical payments, I'm selecting. If I click on submit, next screen will be routing. That means whatever the entire things collected by one person in the bank, that is routed to the higher officials of that particular bank. That may be different position like manager or senior manager. By getting the approvals of that particular manager only, the next forward proceedings of that loan will be happen. So it is routed to next person. So that might be manager itself. So if I click on that particular next screen, whatever the information you have attached, entire things will be you can see here, right? Previously I have attached, I have mentioned all these details, so all is you can see here. So if you want to approve, you can give some information like so and so reason you are applying, or if your reason is not proper, he wants to reject your case, simply he will enter some notes. If he click on reject, this will be configure one mail, and you can that particular mail what you have entered here, for this particular mail they will send one email. Okay, whether your policy is accepted or rejected, by seeing this particular approve or reject, that automatically email is configured. Okay, approve. If I click on approve, email is configured for the particular email whatever you mentioned here. Okay, attach category. So if suppose if you miss any document, like insurance document, they mention like mandatory, if you miss that, it will show error. So after that you need to attach that document, vehicle attachments FA. So there you can go. Here you need to attach one more vehicle. Yeah, it is loading. Please wait some time. Loading issues. Please wait for a while. is that insurance document category is missing, so I'm selecting this one. If I click on submit, the screen will be come back to the previous screen. Go. So that's it. Resolved, completed. So your case is completed successfully, and the mail is configured to particular your whatever the email you provided. For that email, your loan is whatever the claim you raise, that claim is accepted by the higher officials. You will get the related amount for the claim, and your case is get closed. Okay, is it clear, guys? Up to the concept whatever I shown, is it clear? Anyone, you can unmute and respond. And next I will show highly how these screens are getting created in the backend. I will show. So for example, I click on this step, collect information, configure view. So here you can add like the fields, whatever the fields you want to add, you can add. Okay, let's say for example, I want to add some student information. Okay, student name, click on submit and add. Simply by using this Pega, how can you create one screen? I'm showing. Okay, student ID, student date of birth. So this is date of birth, right? You can select different fields. So this is date only. I'm selecting student phone number. So here this is phone number, right? You can select different categories types. This is phone. I'm selecting this phone. Okay. If I click on submit, yeah, please wait. It is loading and save. Then save and run. Automatically, all the rules are created in the backend when you use this case type. Okay. If I click on save and run, whatever the information we have designed previously, like student name, student ID, student date of birth, whatever it might be, screen is created automatically. But this type of requirement you want to achieve by using the other technologies like Python, Java, .NET, or anything it might be. For just getting this type of screen, you have to write a lot of coding in the backend. But there is no use of writing any code while you are using this Pega. Okay, so justly simply click on submit. You can select that particular date, particular phone number you can give. Like suppose if you want to mention any uh, any validations here, simply go in that particular property. You want to uh, give the validation like the date of birth must be past only or must be future only. If you want to select, you can select there. Okay, so I will show you now how to put that type of validations. So this is the property rule form. Don't bother about all these names and all. So while we learn the course, you can easily remember these all names. So here we have some validations. So if I give this is a future date. So come here. I'm refreshing the screen. Again go. If I click future date, it is fine. If I click past date, it is showing errors. Okay, but for showing this type of errors, is it I written any code? No, right? So without writing any code, you can do this type of requirements by using this Pega tool. So now I shown how this Pega is simple. Okay, so if you enter any something like uh, without number, if you enter anything, it will show the errors. Automatically it will show. If I enter any number, it will not show. If I click on submit, it will collect next details. Okay, like this you can prepare your own screens. Okay. Okay, is it fine, guys? And next I will show another application also. So this is the leave management application. So what is the main intention of this application? For example, you are the person working as an employee in so and so organization. Okay, so you want to apply for a leave, you want to get approvals from your higher officials. So in such case, in that particular company, they will develop one application within the employees, and within the organization they will develop one application portal. So by accessing that portal, you can do all these type of requirements. So I designed one portal for that. I will show you. Case type, apply leave, run. If I click on run, so automatically the employee name needs to come automatically. Okay, for example, you are one person, you are applying for the role. Without filling that name manually, that name should become automatic. So that name is read only, it is coming. And next, if I select the start date, for example, today is the start date, I want to apply my leave, and end date is also today only. For example, the total leave count is 1 day, but in this 1 day I want to get only half day. If I select this partial date, half day is getting calculated, right? So to achieve, on click of this checkbox, the days are calculating. Okay, to achieve this type of requirements, we need to add some rules in the backend, but there is no use of writing any code. Without using the code also you can achieve. The type of request it is asking, in the drop down, I gave sick leave, vacation leave, personal leave, and other. If I mention like this is sick leave, it is going to ask you like something. If it is vacation, it will be ask you something. Okay, it is personal, other. Okay, if that is other, what is the what is the reason for other? We have to give. Suppose if I'm mentioning like sick leave, I click on submit. It needs to get the approvals from the higher official. Okay, your manager is opening the particular case. Go. So if all the reasons are okay with your mentioned leave, if he is okay, he will accept, otherwise he will reject your leave request. Okay, approve. That means resolve completed, your case is completed successfully with the approval status. Okay, or else, for example, if I run this case, okay, category is something. If I submit this, approvals, so with the state of resolved rejected, your case is getting closed. That means one mail is configured for your particular mail, whatever you mentioned. So your leave request is not accepted by your manager. So your leave is not found. So to achieve this type of application development, you have to write. You have to learn some. Sorry, learn some rules in the backend. Okay, is it clear? So for the Pega, the default credentials for this Pega application is when you use home version, administrator at the rate of pega.com, and the password is install, install. I will show you. Pega.com, password is install. All should be lower cases only. Okay, is it clear?